could we be seeing Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane in the future Spider-Man movie, or any Marvel MCU movie for that matter? It's possible. And if that's possible, then what else is possible? See, the thing about the multiverse is that, and I'm sure people at Marvel and Disney have thought about this. Well, I kind of assume they have. But when you go into that area, you open up so many potential options as to what you can do. And that's both a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing because we can get cool stuff like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire turning up, and that's awesome. We can even get cool stuff like possibly Mary Jane showing up, or Gwen Stacey showing up, or who knows, even Italian Spiderman. We can only hope might just show up in the MC movie. I would love it if Italian Spider-Man showed up in the MC movie. Please, whoever, if you know somebody at Marvel, if you work at Marvel, if I don't care if you're the cleaner, whatever you can do to get it to Kevin Feige that we want. At least I want. I don't know if you want it. I want it. Italian Spider-Man. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick for those who don't know. Italian Spider-Man. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to show you real quick. Italian Spider-Man. This is Italian Spider-Man. I'm going to show it. For those who are listening, let me try and describe it as best as I can. It is a parody. It is an absolute piss take. It is super cheesy. It is a dude. He's got a mustache. He smokes cigarettes, and he just punches people out. But yeah, Kevin Feige. I want to say if you're listening. I know it's a big if. It's a massive if. But if you're listening, or if you're not listening, if anybody could get a message to Kevin Feige, Italian Spider-Man needs to show up in the MCU. We need to give this man his flowers. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that the possibilities are literally endless. And that's a good thing because you could get some cool cameos. But it's also a bad thing in the sense that ultimately every kind of situation can be easily resolved. Oh, it's the multiverse. Or even like with time travel to extent as well. Time travel. You know what I mean? And I think when you do that, the danger is that it almost becomes too unlimited. And when you have any kind of storytelling in the realms of unlimited, it's like, where is the danger? It's like, for example, one of the issues I've always had with Superman is that he was just too powerful. And yes, I know there's kryptonite, but kryptonite is not that easy to get. And so it's like, who's he going against? People. He's just fighting regular people. He's just too powerful. One punch, you're gone. I feel like when you create something where so many possibilities could be explained through that one thing or a couple of things, say, because the time travel came up. And it did play some limits with the time travel, to be fair, but still, it's a bit broad. So you got time travel, you got multiverse, and you got so many endless things that could happen in that. The danger becomes everything is now easily explainable. Oh, why wasn't that person here? Multiverse. Oh, it actually turns out this happened because the multiverse technically was always there. It wasn't just like it just happened. There was always multiple universes. It's just only now they've been able to travel between multiple universes. So it's something that you could always kind of go back and say, see, this thing that was happening in this movie at, back in whatever it was, actually, that was something from a different universe that's coming up and everything's explained. So I'm sure the people at Marvel and Disney have thought about that sort of stuff. At least I hope they have. But yeah, as cool as this is, as amazing as it could be to have different characters from different Spider-Man, we go with that, Spider-Man movies showing up, and how awesome that can be, especially as a fan seeing that sort of stuff. It's amazing, right? It's incredible. Like, I was in a cinema, and apparently Charlie, the dude from Daredevil, Charlie Cox, there we go. Apparently Charlie Cox went to the cinema to watch it with his wife, and he was hoping for like a big reaction when he showed up, and there was not. That was not the case in my cinema, dude. So I don't know if you went to the wrong cinema. I don't know. Or maybe it's because I'm just gonna guess. Maybe he turned up with the Matt Murdock sunglasses on. Everybody thought he might be blind, so they figured, well, let's not make too much noise, because he's relying on his ears to hear things. Let's not make too much noise for the blind guy. Let him just let's keep it peaceful for him. And they just feel like, just keep it quiet. Maybe that's a possibility. Probably not, though. Probably not. But yeah, I mean, in my cinema, there was noise when he came on. There was noise when Andrew Goff, when he turned up out of silhouette. Even though, like I said, I avoided a lot of the spoilers, but there's certain things that kind of, seep through the cracks, and I don't know, there's rumors going around. So even though knowing that he was probably most likely going to show up when he did, he just couldn't help but make some noise, man. Make some noise. So I don't know. Maybe I guess he just went to the wrong cinema to watch it in. But there was definitely some noise in the cinema that I went to, and I think some other people cinemas made some noise too. So yeah, it is a cool thing when these characters show up. But yeah, I just hope that it doesn't get to the point where it's just so unrestricted that everything just becomes either too easily explainable, and it's like there's no real danger, there's no real. Like I said, I'm sure they thought about this stuff, and certainly looking at things like what they did with Loki. It looks like I'm sure they thought about it, but at the same time, it's like, let's not. What's the word? Mary Sue the whole thing. You know what I mean? Let's not. What's the other one? Mary Sue, and there's Charlie Stew. Is someone could correct me, but I'm sure there's Mary Sue, and then there's the boy version. But yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that, because they've done something absolutely incredible with the Marvel Cinematic Universe from, was it Phase 1 to Phase 3? I might be getting phases wrong, but from the very first Iron Man or the Incredible Hulk, if you technically want to start it there, all the way up to Avengers Endgame, that whole journey was epic. It was epic, and yeah, it could this next set of movies that we're in now, all up until the next big bad, whenever that may come. I know there's a lot of people already, well, maybe not a lot, but certainly some people already who already feel like there's no way they can top what they did. I'm hoping, it'd be difficult, but I'm hoping they can. But then you see things like this, and it's like, it's cool, it's awesome, but. So yeah, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing, and let's just keep hoping that it stays a cool thing.